evening, everybody out there. It's Rick Sarah, and it's live from Kentucky, actually. Waiting for the arrival of all of the guests. Tomorrow is the Mothman Festival, and we are ready. Hello out there. Is anybody that's watching the stream going tomorrow? Let's put on the glasses. Hello, K Dama. Taste some soap with me. Bailey and Luke, anybody going to the Mothman Festival tomorrow? How about you guys, huh? Anybody? Oh, I'm getting my hand shadow in my face. This is terrible. I should hire a new videographer. Hello. You'll be there in spirit. Nice to see you. At least to see your name listed on the screen on a little piece of white, whatever they call that, background. What's up, Rick? Well, I'm sitting out here on the front porch of this nice old home in Kentucky that we're renting. It's an hour away from Point Pleasant, West Virginia. And that's because someone didn't take seriously the need to book in advance. Remember Dan Bell, the reason why we're coming? Yes. If you're watching, Dan, God bless you. We only have hour, 15-minute ride one way. Yes, it's great. And we're supposed to be there all ready to go by 10 a.m. Yeah, not 10:30, 10 a.m. I guess it's okay for Dan Bell to be 10:30, but my little peon of a minor celebrity will be there at 10 a.m. or before, and I'm ready. And honey, quit reacting. It's okay. Everything will be fine. My wife is upset because I say anything in vain against Mr. Dan Bell. Of course I will. Although I do squeeze one of his boobies and I get milk and I sell it. It's very precious. I'm selling it on eBay. Buy the micro dram. Sure. I'm not the bomb, but thank you, Jill. You're the hottie. Firebird. I'm not Dan. My name is Rick. Do you see? I'm the handsome one. I'm not Dan. Okay. At least I'm the old one. He's the young kid. Just making it, just finally getting his just desserts. Yes, Firebird, it's Rick. Hi there. The podcasts, well, I hope we do a couple, and we're going to have Brendan Evangelista joining us before the beginning of October. So that'll happen after we get back from a road trip that starts with the Mothman Festival and ends with us doing another Dirty Room episodes, and maybe some other shenanigans. We'll have to see what we get into. Thank you. I love you. I love all your fans. You guys are the only reason that there's any reason for me to be coming to the Mothman Festival. If it wasn't for you and your views and your interest in the show, why would I be there? I'm there because of you. So thank you, and thank you for watching and keep watching us. We love doing it. We hope you enjoy as we try to even add more and more to our approach. And I think we're getting more sharp and all since we've done now 5 episodes within a month of one another. We're going to be doing 2 more episodes. So we're starting to get back in the groove again like we were the last time we did a number of episodes in a short period of time. And we have T-shirts to sell at the Mothman. And I have paper to sign if you have nothing else. I have some little business cards to hand out. Um, Certainly, anybody wants to take photographs with me, that'll be allowed. I have my own little tent, a little table, and it's a line just for coming to see me. I can't believe it. I hope I see three people or four over the weekend. It'll be great. I just love attention. Can you believe that? I love attention. It's a shock, isn't it? All right, so how many people are watching? 31 very loyal people. Is anybody saying anything? Okay, what's going on here? I was back. Let me go back a little bit. Picked a hotel for Columbus. In Columbus. No, I'm sorry, we did not. How about did I enjoy my New Orleans trip that I just got back from when we shot two new episodes? Hotels in New Orleans. The one wasn't so bad. Had some things, brought it down to a two. But the one place we did, it was a -5. It's a one, of course, officially. Hi, Carrie? Carrie? Thank you. Wish I could hang out with you, Jess, but my wife would keep pinching me. The night feels pretty nice. It's a little warm here, but not too warm. Back in my hometown, it's going to be even cooler tonight. I have not been to California. Never. Maybe someday. Probably Hollywood. Did you get the? You get that? Okay. I know you're quick. You people will get it. What is my favorite band of all time, or that you would know of today? That's because there's bands I like that you probably never even heard of. So I guess in terms of just the generic, everybody knows these guys. Pink Floyd is one of my favorite bands. How's that? Yes, ELP, Return to Forever, and Chicoria, Grateful Dead, The Who, The Stones, The Beatles, Rush, Roxy Music, Brian Ferry. Just saw him recently doing solo work. Marbin, a very cool jazz rock band. If you've never heard of them before and they're in your area, check them out. Marbin. They're on a tour of the country right now. Usually it's a reasonable price ticket to see Marbin. They'll blow you away. Marbin. Marbin. And yes, we are doing something while we're out in this area. We're doing something ghostly, something scary, something like that. Something very strange, something evil, like it's possessed. Something possessed. It's like I'm possessed. I can't. I'm possessed. So, thank God the demon let me go. So, something like that, yes, we'll do something like that. Virginia, yes. Why do you ask? I love you, Matt. You're the Matt I've always wanted to have as a son. But I have a dog named Beauregard. What is the secret to my long and happy marriage? My wife does everything I tell her. You know, my wife is sitting off camera right here watching this as I'm saying it. So I don't know. It's trying to not be mad at each other when you go to bed. Agreeing to be wrong a lot because I'm wrong hundreds of times an hour. So that kind of stuff, and being able to laugh at yourself. That's a real big one. So how are those? Are they like, phew, oh, these were deep, Brick. This is like the secret of life that you're telling us here. Oh my gosh, you should write a book. Hi, zombie exum. Yes, it is, Rick. I'm your number one fan in Wisconsin. Jill McMillan. I know you are. Thank you for the newsletter that you created. I really love that. How you got the nudes of me, I don't know. But yes, and Oshkosh, I used to wear Oshkosh when I was a baby, but I grew up, so that's probably why the mall closed because they don't have any clothing for me to.
Jess Bishop. You guys gonna have shirts and merchandise online available?
Yes, we're going to have the t shirts. We might do hats. We might actually solicit for input for what people might like. And I'm not trying to get people to email me on an email that I put out on my fan page. But I mean, you can. But then if it gets too crazy, I guess I'm just going to have to go delete, delete. But mainly, that's an order email. Okay? rick.adr@aol.com. It sounds like it's not even a real email. I know. It's real email. AOL actually is alive. In fact, our Verizon email ended up on AOL because Verizon's email system crapped out, got a virus, and so they transferred everything over to AOL. And we have an account there. So that's for ordering shirts and such, and for getting information about the stuff. Eventually, I hope I do a page so it's easier.
After the Mothman Festival, you can show the back of what we have and they can post it.
Yeah. After the Mothman Festival, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little video and I'm going to show you each of the shirts we have available. And sizing will be limited because I'm sure we're going to have our stock decimated. I mean, that's what I hope anyway. But I might have like 100 or 75 shirts left. And then we're going to order more. And another design is going to be created. And by a lot of people's request, I'm going to create some kind of a bring back asbestos t-shirt. I'm really going to do it finally. I'm not going to copy the copy of the shirt that I had because I don't want to have anybody say that I copied after them and I owe them any money. So we'll be creating our own version. And believe me, I can know how to research asbestos. I dealt with the stuff for like 8 years, so I really know all about it. And I really have said multiple times, it's funny. It's a joke because you don't want asbestos in your life, believe me. You don't. Do you want lead in your drinking water? Do you want chemicals in your food? You want Roundup in your cereal? Then you really don't want asbestos. Because it was in every fucking thing they made. Let me say this for the PG crowd. It was in everything people manufactured. They found a million and one uses for the stuff. And unfortunately, some of them ended up getting into us in food, in drinks, inhaled dust, working on cars, doing other manufacturing kind of work, manufacturing insulation made out of asbestos. So it's really funny. Remember that. It's a funny thing. It's not a reality request. It's not my campaign slogan for 2020 with Dan Bell and Rick Serra for president in 2020. Totally independent. Write in only.
You're up to 66.
Up 66. Wow. All right, so what are you all saying? We have lots of asbestos in Wisconsin. I didn't know that. I've been out there. I guess because of the fact that it is glacial remains and what are those called? What is it called? Moraines, isn't that what it's called? Moraines out there? Big piles of debris. And that could have been mineral material scraped up by ice. And then you can get into that. Mesothelioma is not a lie. It's a cancer of the lining of the lung and the stomach, the perineum. And it is very painful and it is terminal. Asbestosis is just a fibrosis of the lungs caused by the fibers and the lung reacting to the foreign material, trying to cover it with protein and forming plaques all over in the air sacs, the alveoli. But you get pleural plaques, plaques of heavy material along the sides, makes everything really brittle, so you can't inhale because your lungs are stiff. It's whatever. It's not real at all. Hi, Eli. Al. My wife is pulling my hair. Dublin, Ireland. Hi, Niall. Niall from Kennedy. Niall Kennedy, I'm sorry, from Dublin. Did I like Buffalo, New York? Well, you know, that area that they developed on the water, we had dinner there at a place. That was really cool, that whole area there. So they really took that from, I don't think, a very nice condition and made it really nice. But I can tell you, Niagara Boulevard, there are some really interesting properties. Some motels that are actually clean and families stay, and they even have picnic tables and crap outside. And then, like the places that we went to, where while we were inside of one, a lady left a poop at our door. That was really sweet. You'll see all about that when that episode's released not too long from now. We have two more Niagara gems from our ADR special in the Niagara Falls area.
Hello from Sweden.
Hello from Sweden. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to try Sayok. Is that right? I hope I said it right. From Sweden is one. Thank you so much.
I recognize this one.
Hi there, Linda Green. And Gatan. Got to go to work. That's cool, man. And greetings from the UK, KM. Thank you. And I was correct. Thank you. And hi, Sweet Pea. How are you? Oh, geez. What do you mean by that? Are you vomiting? Say what from Baltimore? Ha 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 ha. Hello, say what exploration. That's pretty cool. Security job? We need security. Yeah, we're renting an Airbnb, Eli. Yes. Hello from Queens, New York. Hey, MP. Thank you. Hello, Rick's wife, too, from Sweet Pea. Thank you, Sweet Pea. Who's my favorite stand up comic? Uh, I like him because he's older, like me, and he's totally irreverent. And his last name is Black. And I'm forgetting his first name because
Jack?
no, not Jack Black. I have CRS.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember shit. So who's that? Somebody tell me. Lewis. Thank you. Lewis Black. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for helping me. It takes a community to raise a child.
Take us to Walmart.
Okay. That was enough of that. Who wants to go to Walmart? Are you going to wear clothes or are you wearing those see through Danskins again? Or are you wearing a t shirt and pulling it down to your knees and you're not even wearing a bra and your boobs are hanging out from underneath of the edge of the shirt? Is that one of you? I've seen you. People video you all the time. Did you know that? It's really nice. No, sweet pea, you don't do that. Please. I don't want to know. I'm the person who you say, put the clothes back on. Okay? I'm the one. I, and Niall's laughing at my craziness. That's normal. I'm glad. Oh, Hillary. Is Hillary Clinton watching? I don't know how I'd feel about that. Or Barack Obama or Bernie.
No.
What if I don't know if someone really important like that would be watching my live stream. I would be so honored. So if you're a really famous person, please post a comment. Oh, you're thinking about the lady who left it? Oh, let me tell you what it was. It was a light brown chocolate soft serve she left. And we put cigarettes out on it. And I am about to turn 60 years old. I know, it's hard to believe. I'm like Methuselah. I'm going to live forever. Yeah, it was sick. I'm not the one who did that.
Hello from the Bronx.
Hello from the Bronx there, Brian. Thank you, Xmoot Texas 4, for my birthday wish. I'm underage. Oh, you're too good, Brian. Yeah, I'm getting older when you Eli, but you know. You like 69 too? Is that a good age? Or 69 something other? Okay. What is my horror scope? Uh, be careful not to trip over your feet. Rick is still in his larval stage. I can't wait to see what happens when I pupate. So I'm basically like a caterpillar crawling around and spitting on things and sucking the juices and chewing on leaves. Thank you, Brian, for birthday wishes. Thank you, Don Suele Garcia, for laughing. Thank you, Sweet Pea, for laughing. Thank you, Jill. I'm a Libra. Whatever happened with your grinder date, that was just an experimental thing, but it proved that even myself, and especially then when I was like 60 pounds heavier, and we used the worst photograph possible from the episode where I stripped down to my boxers, and unfortunately, you were subjected to see things coming out of my thighs that you should not have had to witness. So now I wear a whole new, better quality boxer brief thanks to my wife not liking my tidy colored jean or shorts that were all stretched out and probably 10, 15 years old.
Heidi, what are you?
How would you like Rick Sarah boxer briefs? Would you buy that? Would that be something to be interesting? These are just ideas coming to my head of things to people might like. And I want to be unique. And I tell you, if I would do boxer briefs, they would have to be high quality and made in the USA. Well, thank you, Don Suelo. I would see that. And they would be made with 100% asbestos. Yeah, yeah, no. They'd be flame proof. If you like to, if you like to sit on a fire when you're camping, you could do safely sitting on the little grill, that heats up while you're having the fire. You could put your damn ass cheeks on, wearing my underwear, and be totally safe. Thank you, Jill. My 70th birthday is coming up on October 7th. 70th birthday party. So I wish I could invite you all, but I just
You're
it's
70?
so how do I look? I'm not doing too bad for 70, all
You're
right?
not 70.
Somebody just suggested tell everybody you're 70 and they'll think you look great. Oh, what I love is having to tell a lady, "Oh, you look like you're 39." And you look at her and you think she looks like she's 79 and she's only 53. Oh, Linda, did you like the Bigfoot episode I did eons ago? Really? How many people have ever seen when this is Dan Bell somehow, or maybe on Patreon? If you're a Patreon subscriber, you should have access to a lot of old stuff that might not be on YouTube. We did some ghost hunting back then in the ancient times. I'm talking about 2008, 2010, 2012. That's how long ago it's been since Dan and I first met and started messing around. We originally met in a meetup group for ghost hunting enthusiasts. You like our podcast? Thank you. I know Dan, of course, is there every time. I'm in quite a few, but he is there every time. Oh, Bigfoot was epic, somebody said. Oh, well,
I was on Dan's live streams even when you were on there.
wow. You were on Blog Talk Radio? Uh, those were something. Only lasted, I think, 8 months. But and what we did there that was cool is we were all remote from one another. We weren't together. Dan would be at his location, me at mine, all hooked up through what is it called? I hardly ever use it now. Skype. Bigfoot stole your girlfriend? Yeah. I lost my virginity to Bigfoot. Let me tell you, that was a bad experience. Anal prolapse is bad. Oh, yes, it's past my bedtime. Somebody said, isn't it past your bedtime? I mean, I would like to see a Bigfoot, but I would not want to be killed by one. Uh, is there anything you wouldn't read on Rick's erotica?
Hell no.
Have you not seen or heard, I'm sorry, the things I have said? Apparently, I will read anything. And I don't know if you realize, but a few episodes before the last most recent podcast, Dan actually deleted a large section of the erotica, if not the entire thing. I think maybe the entire thing. It's like we're talking about, I'm going to do it, and then it was over. Because by several requests, they thought that the topic was too far over the edge, and it did involve a very bad subject. I'm not going to name it. But see, we have to even police ourselves because there's one time we went too far. But I think the Beaver meets Mr. Ed wasn't too bad.
Oh, Teresa D said it was gross.
Mr. Ed was so gross. So if you go backwards, I don't know how many episodes, but we didn't do erotica every time. So earlier in the history of our 90 approximate episodes, there was one where it was a dog telling a story, and it was a cute little story. I thought nobody was harmed in the writing of that story. Some of these stories are just heinous, vile, abusive, violent. I can't believe I do it. It's like I just I can't look at myself in the mirror sometimes.
But you're still reading.
I'm lying. I do it for shock and an uncomfortable laugh, but that's why you listen. Or you would not listen to that because you know it's going to happen, and you can just push the pause button, fast forward until you hear nothing with my voice when it first comes back.
What podcast episode do you think is the best?
Well, I lost my sister at the beginning of the summer. She would have been 72. She died hours before her birthday. She was fighting cancer and didn't even know it, and it was happening over a period of months. Doctors that she saw were really very poor. They did not follow through. They let her suffer unnecessarily, but it ended quickly when it finally happened. But about 9 months before she passed, we did a prank call with June. And that's one of the funniest ones, is the prank call. And you could probably just pick it up on a YouTube clip, because I think Rick's sister June gets pranked or something like that would be the keywords. So, in her honor, listen to it, and it is very hilarious. I'm glad I have that to remember her by, because when she wasn't irritating you, she was very, very funny. Unfortunately, we were family, so we got to have to see both sides. I love you, June. Say hi to Dad and all the others in heaven. I love you, Sue.
Linda Green just lost her brother.
Oh, I'm sorry, Linda. I'm very sorry. And a friend of mine, Corey, lost her brother recently. What can I say? You know what it feels like. It's horrible. The only thing I can say is I also lost my other sister. So I've lost both my sisters I ever had. It's my brother and I, and that's it.
Randy, Rick, when will Darling approve of release of Sandy Gay? Never.
She'll never approve of Sandy Gay release. Question from who was that?
Elaine.
Oh, Eileen. But I mean, it's already out there in the ether. So if you're a clever person, you could find it at archive.org. Have you ever heard of archive.org? archive.org. Did you know that everything on the internet ends up being copied on archive.org? Everything. So go there. You can see everything you want. And you'll find things you never even knew you could see. Enjoy. Uh, so the last episode we just filmed, we had some aloe-based soap. It still smelled wretched, but it looked like it was better. I gave it a little lick because getting soap in your teeth and then trying to get it out is no fun. I've also used my famous tongs to just hold it and do a deep throat and not touch anything. But unfortunately, you touch something on the way out, and there you got soap taste in your mouth too. Brennan is the one who chews the soap. I mean, I'll break it in my mouth and spit it right out. He will actually take a bite and get it to his teeth, and then he tries to wash it down with the beer, and it doesn't really work.
Somebody asked where your beer was.
So, you worried about why I don't have any beer? I'm drinking Tito's vodka. Just some Tito's and some Sprite. We didn't have any lemon or lime. But, believe me, this is helping and just as good as the beer. But I bought some other beer. I bought some Corona Extra. And I bought some what's it called? I'm forgetting the name of the beer. An Oktoberfest of a brewery I like. I wonder if I look this good. Oh, guess what? I looked better. I wish I could show you my. Oh, come on. You know my high school and college photos show how much of a hunk I was back then. I was like in a town. I mean,
You were like a string bean.
well, he's like a string bean.
I beg to differ.
All right, my wife has crossed the line. Now you must suffer and be on camera. Yes.
No!
Slick Rick. I got a laugh from Niall. Somebody said, "Hi, Mrs. Sarah." People laughing. And I did get her. All right. Wow. I'm holding 83 people. And I've been doing 40 minutes. You guys are too much. You must think I'm cool or something. Bill? Yes, I do remember you, Bill. How you doing, man? Bill 369 goes on Dan's live streams, and Bill also often contributes. Actually, donates to Dan, help him out. Bill's a good guy. Thank you, Bill, and good seeing you on here.
Focus on that photo.
Uh,
Can you see it? No.
yeah, that's not that great. Give me this thing. Can't see it. It's too bright.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was trying to show Brendan. You could look up Brendan Evangelista on xtube.com, and he has videos of him having intercourse with different animals. xtube.com. and Dan has his own channel. Dan.hot.live at porn.com. Of course, it's more of a gay male kind of a thing, but hey, it's cool. Yeah. I'm in all those things. Uh-oh. I almost died, but I've come back from the other side. It is me, reborn Rick. The crickets. I didn't know there were crickets. There were no crickets. I was in heaven. It was very quiet. I heard like very majestic voices just it was like an out-of-body experience. The gang's all back. Hello. Yes, the sexy beast is back there. Hey there. It's mind. What? It's Mindy. Hi, Mindy. Hey there, it's Mindy.
Where's Mort?
I don't know. Where's Mork? Stay away from the damn lights. Oh. So that's good. I was afraid I lost that. And I couldn't even, post it afterwards. So I saved it. Whatever. It was magical to save that. Nanu, somebody just said? Yes, Sweet Pea did. You guys are just too smart. Oh, hey, Curly Cheddar. I didn't know we have Cochise Brooks in the house.
Is that Cochise? Curly cheddar?
Yes, Curly Cheddar is. I'm trying to find Curly Cheddar. Curly Chatter post again. Okay, so there. So Cochise, you're in there with me.
There he is again. That's hello, Curly Chatter.
You wonder why my viewer count went from 6 to 0. Well, with me now, moderating, is Cochise Brooks of the podcasts and with 80R Lives. 80R Lives. 80R Lives. 80R Lives. 80R Lives. 80R Lives. It's like an echo chamber. So, we're having a fun time. What are we going to do? Why don't we mess with the people? That was pretty cool. You can use a rocket share. It almost makes. Would you turn that thing down or something? I can't even hear what I'm saying. It comes right out, and then it's coming right back at me again. It's like I have some kind of delay going on here. It's like I'm running a microphone through a guitar delay is what I'm doing here. Curly Cheddar. Well, I'm administration. Yes, you are. Time to what?
Hello, hello, Curly Chatter said.
Now,
I'm too.
Curly Cheddar, is there any way you can
And everyone.
request to join in the video? Is there a way to do that, people? Do you have a button? Oh, it's only on Instagram? Oh, that's too bad. Because I need the viewer hours, so we're over here. You know what I mean? Trying to get that 4,000 viewer hours or whatever the frick it is I need. And then I can get that hemorrhoid surgery I wanted. All I have to do is have a couple of live streams and it'll fund it at the clinic. It's only $995 if I could have all these bloody, painful hemorrhoids removed at one time.
I'm just pulling out.
My wife offers to use a pair of pliers, but you know, I want to splurge for that, and I'm going to have and I can have a live super chat. I'm going to beg for donations of no more than $5. I'll be like the Bernie, whatever his name is, the politician guy, for fundraising. You know, no more than a $5 donation. I would love money.
Cochise is working towards an NRA food health and safety certificate.
Oh, well, you know, Cochise, I could basically train you in ServeSafe. So if you have any questions with any of the content, I actually could give the class. So just ask for help. I'll be happy to help you. Any questions?
Ooh, everything's better with Curly Cheddar.
Yes, it is. Oh, you were already served safe? Okay. Well, I'm saying is I'm a food inspector of 25 years.
Rubber bands will take it.
Okay. Including for Medicare certification. Ooh.
Curly Cheddar was eating sardines on his time.
Yes, no kidding. I'm serious. Yes, 12 and a half parts per million iodine or 200 parts per million of quat for your 30-second sanitizing dip. Yes, he is. Fuck the YouTube. He's a good man. Yeah, he doesn't even cook them. He just takes the sardine right out of the can. It's got
You're not supposed to
mustard
cook 'em.
sauce.
You're supposed to eat them like that.
Oh, you are?
You
Okay.
used to put them on saltine crackers.
Oh, thank you, sweet pea. And yes, eat them cold with that nice mustardy sauce. Well, I'm so sorry. We brought a bunch of cup of noodles with us. We should have threw a couple at your building as I drove by. Bertie is a socialist. That's what he says. He says, yeah, guilty. But he's not like a socialist that you think about in Europe. He's just, he smiles a lot. Hi, Cassandra, Jay, Mariah Sanders has, you're Bernie's, Mariah? You're like Bernie's cousin or something? Claudia, let's not be petty. She thought through word of mouth in her family that there was more of a connection that could be detected by the testing, but Elizabeth was wrong, and when she got the testing, whatever, by ancestry, it showed only a trace amount of Native American in her blood. But if that's the worst she's done, we should be happy to have her as president compared to what you're living with now. No? Okay. I don't want to say too much more. I prayed and still pray for the president to do a good job for all of us. Definitely. Oh my. I don't want to go political, so I'm not going to comment on any more, stuff because I don't want to get people upset with one another and talk about that now. This is supposed to be a release from all that. I'm sorry I commented. So, let's not throw stuff around and nobody else will have to reply to it. Just talk about me. Yes, I'm agnostic. No, I'm not. I'm a Methodist, actually. Oh, Curly is good. He likes cheddar. That's all. I know, X Smooth. I didn't mean to. Right. I haven't watched any ghost shows lately. I haven't had any time. I don't know if I could handle being the president. It really is a hard job. It's a totally consuming endeavor. Whatever person's trying to do it. Dan is on the way. Of course, he arranged for this place for us. He guesstimates somewhere early morning for any time after midnight, our time. He does like that cheese. And he puts more cheese on top of the cheese. Yeah, he left obviously too late, Curly Cheddar. We got here, it was still daylight. We were able to find a store, get a couple things, including Tito's vodka and some beer. Very important things. Craziest experience I ever had at my job. Well, let me just give you a random memory. This one nursing home in Maryland, about halfway between Frederick and Baltimore. It was two separate buildings. Each building held like maybe 80 people. And the bedrooms had 4 people in each room. At the end of the hall was the smoking room. So they could go in there and smoke up to 15 minutes before the meals. Then they had to stop and no smoking until after the meals were over. They had this big thing hanging from the ceiling. It was called the Smoke Eater 1000. I'm not kidding you. Smoke Eater 1000. And this horrible thing would run, and what it did was supposedly was an electrostatic precipitator, and as the ash and whatever from the smoke would go into it, it would just basically disintegrate it. And it accumulated in like a container or a tray rather at the bottom, and then it was emptied periodically. How often periodically it was, I don't know, because it smelled like a freaking bar in there all the time. So that was a little funny observation of a nursing home I used to visit, and I think of as whatever. It was a good place for people that were kicked out of the mental health institutions in Maryland. At least they had a place to live instead of the street. They still sell the Smoke Eater 1000 on Amazon? Oh my God. That is just too funny. That's your new grunge metal band, Grunge Eater 1000. I think that that's a good name, and I wish you the best in your musical career. You're welcome. I didn't know I had some boogers showing, but I really didn't do anything. So maybe it's just the lighting. Now you can't see the boogers. Um, Larry sweats. Do you really, Larry? You know what? I sweat too. And you know what I do? I get those pads from Mitchum that you can stick up under your arm, and they last for a week. Mitchum long extended use pads, Larry. They're for you. Get yourself a box today. Eli, if I ever lived in a nursing home, I'm telling you, the people that ran it would just have a horrible day every day of the week. They really would. Because I'm a very bad customer service person. I'm a customer service nightmare. If things aren't the way I think they should be, the world according to Rick Serra kind of, then I have to speak up. And I never want to stop. Because I need to tell you again and again and again. Because obviously you didn't get it. So I figure I need to reinforce it 5 or 10 times.
No train.
Jill, you're right. And to control Famunda cheese, the best thing is medicated powder. I recommend Dr. Scholl's foot powder.
Gold bond.
And you take that foot powder, and it's supposed to be for foot, but you take it because it's extra strong, and you sprinkle your damn balls with that stuff right out of the shower. It'll stick to your wet balls, and you will never have any problem with that from Munda. But you'll have skin falling off. But you won't have any from Munda cheese. Yeah, Matt, they used to sell these things, Sweet Pea, really. I don't know, I guess it's been years since they sold them. But it was a freaking pad that you'd put on your armpit, and you'd wear it for several days. Remember those stupid things, hon?
Mm-hmm.
I am not lying. They were really for a week. Oh my
I
God.
don't know that for
They were, I mean, no longer than a week. That'd be the flaky ball syndrome. Yes, that would be a bad thing. Claudia thought I'm crazy and laughed. So did Sweet Pea and Mariah. Gold Bond. That's what Jill tried to add some common sense, but I wouldn't have any of it. Well, folks, it's been an hour with a little interruption, but I've really enjoyed talking to you guys, and I'm tickled. So many people came back on, and are.
Curly Cheddar's ball sack bleeds if he swims in
I'm sorry, Curly Cheddar. They have some kind of Kentucky ball bomb. I'm going to buy a container. I'll bring it back to you. Okay? Help you with your ball problem.
the pool. Was there an ADR episode where you ate white chocolate as soap?
Yes, that was a great one. I think that was in season one. Yeah, I think that was one of the Will episodes in season one. And that was pretty funny because, of course, I acted like I was eating soap and people were just screaming. That's what I was told in terms of comments and such when they first saw it. And, Dan and Will did a great job of reacting to me eating like soap.
Can
So,
you show your view from the patio? Not me.
this is a little front porch. And there's a nice tree up there. Nice little hedge here. And more of a porch. And I probably showed you the number of the building so you can figure out where I am. You're going to get my GPS and I'm going to find a bunch of people in my front yard tomorrow. I don't know how many of you all are able to make it, but if anybody's there at the Mothman Festival and you were up watching us tonight, please come to my booth and see us. And let me know that you saw this live stream tonight. For the majority, I guess you probably can't, but who knows? I hope that someday I'll be somewhere near where you live and I'm coming to your town. They used to say that at the end of the Hey Hey the Monkey song. Oh well. You guys have to probably Google the Monkeys to find out what that means too. All right, so goodbye from Ancient Rick Sarah, and I will come back again. And hopefully before Hell Freezes over, I'll actually put out an actual video that's edited. Thank you again for watching, Coachies. Thank you. Give Colton a hug for me. And keep the fires burning at home, butter. Good night, everybody. God bless you all.